Hi everybody. Miss you guys. I'm at a fun experience today, but want to go over the homework from last night and show you how you can use two values in a sequence with a number here to figure out what your D is and what your A sub 1 is. So once you know what your A sub 1 and your D is, then you can kind of go through this whole thing. Now, everything is based off of the average in this case. So let's go ahead, well, kind of like an average. But what we're going to do is we're going to take A sub 20 or 273 or 237. It's early in the morning. Actually, we're not going to do that. Sorry. Messed it up. You guys can laugh. It's okay. We're going to go A sub 400 minus A sub 273. And then we're going to divide by 400 minus 273. And that is going to give us, hopefully, D. Now, so this would be 1310 minus 700 all over 400 minus 270 or 237. So at this point, let's just jump into the calculator, take care of business, create our fraction. 1310 minus 700 over 400 minus 237. And when you get a fraction like this, just hit Control Enter, and this is our D value. Now, it's not the best D value on the planet, but it is a D value. So I'm going to store this into D, and then go ahead and write this over here. 3.7433. That's the common difference between each one. Now, this is our D. So this is D. And what we need to do is we need to take the value that we're going to get and use our formula that we do know to find A sub 1. So the formula is A sub n is equal to A sub 1 plus n minus 1 times D. And we want A sub 1. So what we can do is we can put this into the calculator and say, alright, well, I'm going to use A sub 400. A sub 400, that's going to be 1,310 plus, or is equal to A sub 1 plus 400 minus 1 times my D value, which was 3.7433. So now I'm going to go into the calculator, and I'm going to hit Menu, 3.1, Menu 3.1, and I'm going to type in that equation. 1310 is equal to, I got to use an x in this case, x plus the quantity of 400 minus 1 times, and I'm going to put D in there because I saved the variable as D, so I don't have to retype it. Then I hit comma x, and I hit Enter, and now I know that A sub 1, which was equal to the x, is negative 183.19. So that was a challenging problem that I gave you guys, but let's see if this works on a system that we know for a fact what they are. Let's just take a very simple sequence. Let's take a simple sequence of let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Alright, from here we already know that a sub 1 is equal to 5, and d, the difference, is a plus 5. So we already know where we're starting from. Now, this is A1, that's A2, that's A3, that's A4, A5, A6, A7. Now, the formula that you can use is A sub y minus A sub x all over y minus x, and that's going to be equal to d. So I'm just going to take 6 and 3, a sub 6 and a sub 3. So I'm going to take a sub 6 minus a sub 3 all over 6 minus 3. And that should get us, if everything works out nice and neat, that should get us back to the d value. So a sub 6 was 30. 30 minus a sub 3, which is 15, all over 6 minus 3. 30 minus 15 is 15. There's a 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. That 5 is exactly what the d value is. So we're able to get there. And now if I wanted to, I could take a sub 6 again. I know a sub 6 is equal to 30. Well, 30 has to be equal to a sub 1 plus 6 minus 1 times 5. So we can do this without the calculator. A sub 1 plus 5 times 5. So that's 30 is equal to a sub 1 plus 25. Subtract 25 from both sides. So I say negative 25 is equal to negative 25. Using our properties of equality, 5 is equal to a sub 1, which checks out. So, to summarize, if you know two values, a sub y minus a sub x over y minus x is equal to d. And then we're going to use this to find a sub, let's say a sub y is equal to a sub 1. Well, let's use n's. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So once we find d and we have an n and an a sub 1, we're good to go, because now we can use that d into here, find out something from the values, and all is good. And that should give you enough ammunition to finish the worksheet that I have for you today. And this video will be up on the website so you can look at it as you need. Good luck!